Our learning mentors are vital to our school. Very fortunate to have 2 learning mentors, and they have very distinct roles.
Right, I'm going to go in and see if Tony's here.
I know who she is.
Mr. Hart.
Yeah.
See if she's...
Julie looks at things on a more whole school global basis. She looks at, have we got trends and patterns in the sort of difficulties that we're having. The bottom line is I could put the best teacher in the world in a classroom, but if that child does not feel happy and safe and secure, they won't achieve to their full potential. And I want the children in my school to achieve to their fullest potential, and I've got to look at their wider social and emotional needs, and my learning mentors help that happen.
I'm going round to the main reception now. One of our children has a fear of coming into school, so I'm going to go and see if she's here yet and try and encourage her to go to her classroom. She is here.
Our role in this school is quite flexible. We're not based in the classroom full-time. We don't focus completely on the academic side. It's more pastoral.
Just come in on your own. Come then. Come, darling.
Today was a good day for Tony. On a bad day, we wouldn't even get her into the building. She might be holding onto the door and Mum would be struggling to get out of the door.
She would just refuse to go into class, cling on to me. So I can't sort of get away. Sometimes we literally fight by the door for me to shut the door. She's trying to get out with the other teachers, so it can be very stressing.
Right, I'll get you a pencil. Have you got a pencil in here? Yeah.
Tony is in my class, and I've had her in my class for 2 years now.
Morning, Carl.
Tony suffers from separation anxiety and is really worried about leaving Mum every morning, worried that something will happen to her. And she can't explain, there isn't anything that we can identify that has happened that makes her feel that way.
She's now got a book, what she does with her feelings and how she feels morning and afternoon, which I think Julia, one of the TAs, help fill that in daily with her. Trying every angle we can to try and get her to come into school, to enjoy school.
Oh, you went home to lunch?
No, I went home because I was sick.
Oh, you went home because you were sick yesterday? Oh, OK.
If she does come in, it takes at least half an hour to get her into the classroom, and I now don't have that time to sit with her to talk to her about her feelings and try to persuade her to come into class. So that responsibility I can pass on to Julie.
I think you've done very, very well.
We did her feelings book, which she was quite happy to do, and she's usually quite happy to do that, unless she's having a really bad day. The TA came out and she went into the classroom with her really quickly, which was absolutely fantastic. Very unusual, but fantastic. And as far as I know, she's done the full lesson this morning, which is great.
Today, we are learning to use persuasive language. Can anyone give me an example of what do we mean by using persuasive language? What would I be doing for that? What do I mean?
Like you're trying to make somebody do something.
You're trying to
If we really believe in every child matters, and we really actually want to do it, not just because there are 5 outcomes that we're supposed to deliver, we actually really want to make that impact on children every day, then we need the learning mentors to help us do that.
Morning, girls. Morning.
Dwight does a lot of the one-to-one intervention for children who have specific barriers to learning, often about attitude or behaviour, maybe attendance, could be anger management.
I'll have a word with her. If you've got 30 in the class, when is the teacher going to find the time to sit you down and talk to you? And then you go home, mum and dad are working, then you've got to sort out your problems there as well, but they might not always have the time. I think having learning mentors in the school, I think it just gives the children another channel. It's not mum, it's not the teacher, but it's someone that will listen and talk to you.
Can somebody on that table just remind everybody else what the Holy Trinity is? Dominic?
The Father, Spirit.
Yep.
Son.
And the Son, fantastic. When I first started teaching Dominic, he couldn't concentrate, he couldn't focus. There was a lot of times where he would cry, he would throw tantrums, he would walk out of the classroom. So have you written anything onto your sheet of paper?
I didn't realise how bad it was until I actually spoke to the learning mentor, Mr. Hart, and he told me what Dominic's behaviour was like in school.
What do you think of? You think you'll bang me? You think you'll bang me? Let me bang you, what bang you for? No, calm down. I don't think you can bang me. You know you're banging, you waste man. Don't touch me, look at you. Just touch you, innit? Look at you, bro. You think you'll touch me? I just touch you, bang you.
I didn't realise how much impact emotionally it had on Dominic with what was happening between myself and his father.
He used to get very, very angry, just cry. You couldn't even speak to him. He'd just cry and get angry and he just want to fight. But then again, on the other hand, I think he needed someone to talk to. And I think being there at the right time, I think I was there at the right time for Dominic.
Look at this kid. What? You think just leave him alone? Let me bang you. Let me bang you. I get my brother. Just leave him alone.
I run an anger management group in the school for mainly boys with behaviour issues. We've got a referral system in the school. If you get over 4 referrals in a week, you come to me and you see me and we speak about it. If it carries on, then we get your parents in. Then we make a decision and we say, well, why is it happening? Is it anger? Is it temper? Is it because they're emotional? And if it's anger or temper, they'll come into my anger management classes.
At one part, it felt like something that was really happening, like Samuel and Martin that were lying. It's like something that's happened to me before, but like the teacher takes their side. I have a lot of anger issues, and it's like I can't control my anger properly. And it's like I take it out on people. I can't control it, so that's why I'm here, so Mr. Hart can calm it down a bit.
Dominic made a good point saying it was full on, it was really real. Yeah? I thought that your character brought out a lot in you, because you know you can get kind of aggressive at times. Yeah. So for you to see it yourself and feel it, how did that feel for you?
Good.
It felt real. It was something that you do. Yeah.
Stop speaking! When I came to the school, I had lots of fights with other people. Say if I get in trouble, the other teacher said he's going to send us to the head. Mr. Hart says, no, it's okay, I sort it out.
No, you done that good. When you banged and you, but it's good, but you don't want to be too intimidating. We act it out the first way, exactly how it happened. And then we'll stop. And then I say to him, well, tell me what you could have done differently to avoid yourself getting in this situation.
Mr. Hart used to like calm me down, teach me some tricks what to do if I was angry, what to do when if I was going to get into a fight, and it's changed my personality.
Dominic's at a much better place now, where he's dealing with his emotions much better, is finding that he can openly say, I need time out, I need to go and speak to Mr. Hart, and will only go having asked me, whereas before he would just walk out of the classroom.
Personally, I think every school needs a learning mentor, whether you're in a deprived area like this or in some lovely leafy suburb. You always get children that have issues. Every child has the right to be able to enter an education system that's going to support their emotional needs as well as their academic ones. And the learning mentors do that for us.
Off you go.
I can celebrate the day that learning mentors were introduced because it has made such a difference to my job and that of my teaching staff. Before we had learning mentors, quite a lot of a teacher's time and sometimes a head's time was taken up with sorting out the everyday things that happen when you've got lots of children together. So when learning mentors were introduced, that became a really important part of their role. They had the time to spend to give one-to-one attention to a child who needed it at the right time, at the crucial time when it was needed.
Breakfast Club is something that was started about 3 years ago. It wasn't originally part of the learning mentor role. On a Wednesday we have sports sessions. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday it's just a normal day, so they come in, they play with the toys, they have a healthy breakfast. I can get information that I not get otherwise, and when the time comes that there might be a need for that child to come to the learning mentor, I've got a bit of background information, and I've also got that relationship that I can just contact the parents.
Let's grab bag. Do we know what we're having for lunch, or shall we sort it out when we get up there? Sasabelle first came to us in year 4. She'd come from France, she had no English whatsoever. I made sure she settled in. I gave her name to the EAL lady, which takes her out for extra tuition.
My kids from France, when they came here, it was a new world for them. The first week, it was disaster. We were thinking of returning back home. TZ took the responsibility of welcoming, assisting, and supervising what's being done to my kids.
Then she had the operation on her leg. She was a little bit worried about missing out on school because she does enjoy school. So just basically made her feel secure to say she wouldn't be missing any work. I'd make sure the work got to her.
Come up the stairs and then
all the children are downstairs in the playground, it's easier for me to come up the stairs because otherwise the crowd is going to come up and then they're going to push me and I'm not going to be able to go up the stairs.
It was a very tough time for all of us here, and without the help of those people, that team, the learning mentors, it would have been very difficult.
When she came back in a wheelchair, really, really low mobility. Then we used to get her up the stairs, and then as she's got better now, as you see today, the wheelchair's now gone, and she's getting on the mend, really.
Morning, ladies.
So at home, we told her, if you don't feel like, stay at home, rest. She said, no, I prefer to go back to school.
It's school today, no time to waste.
I was a parent at the school first of all, then I was helping voluntary in the class, then I was a TA. As soon as I started working in the school, I loved it so much, you know, and people used to say to me, I think you found your niche in life, because I loved working here. Sherry, where was you? Where was you? You didn't come to choir, did you? To be honest with you, when I first started as a learning mentor, I was so shocked. I was really shocked. I thought, I can't believe what goes on in this school. Because as a TA, I didn't see it, but as a learning mentor, it was all brought to light what goes on, how some children live in, they might not come to school in school uniform, they're coming with holes in their schools, and you'll sit and talk to some children and, they didn't even have breakfast, the only meal they have is their lunch at school, and, it brings things to the surface, what really is going on out in the community, you get a better picture.
He's costing my mum, so I cost his mum back, but I never said anything about his sister.
What would you have done differently?
I don't think so. It's really, we should have got into a fight because it got all sorted when it was in the hall. Joshua saw it out.
Unfortunately, in our school community in the last year, we've had 3 children who've either lost their parent or a sibling through crime. They've been murdered. A lot of them have been national issues. That is a hard thing for a school to do once. To do it 3 times is a very, very difficult situation. Our learning mentors have been key to helping our children process that and come to understand it as best we can. They've been key to helping the staff come to understand that.
Take that back for us, thank you.
I think there's a lot of pressure on children these days, and sometimes children just want to be children and they don't want that pressure, and sometimes that all just bubbles up and they can become angry or they can become subdued or withdrawn. And a learning mentor is just the sort of person to take them through that situation and follow it up.
You're both right and you're both wrong. We have to deal with this. We've got to deal with this, yeah?
I think he's got magic powers because if I go to a different teacher and they try to calm me down, there's some reason they just can't calm me down. If I have a fight and Mr. Hart sorts it out, I always calm down, so I think he's got magic powers.